Hey, Galahound here.
And if you remember in the end of the last video, I said I was gonna branch out with other cool stuff like Dragon Ball Z and Gundam. But then I realized something. In a weird way, certain Dragon Ball Z villains kinda look like Gundams. So I'm gonna take like some popular villains like Cell and Cooler, and I'm gonna transition them into Gundam frames. What do you think of that? If you like my creativity, like and subscribe so you get more videos like this. But anyways, let's get into the show, shall we?
Model RX-99 Gundam Cell Mark III. A mobile suit constructed from the numerous remains of deceased Gundams from the Casualty War. The Mark I was a mashup of foreign technology with a Gundanium alloyed frame and several slabs of steel plating overlapping the top half. It had a wide range of laser firearms for long-distance battle and can hold its own in head-to-head combat, with its most iconic weapon, a mechanical scorpion-like tail designed to pierce through a mobile suit's armor and drain energy out from its Ahab reactor. The Mark II had an array of upgrades, including a sleeker, more versatile design frame, and a contractible beam rifle for destructive frontal assault. The RX Gundam Cell Mark III is on an entirely new level. Some would say that it is perfection, or not far from it. The Mark III is upgraded with a new series of neon bolts with an advanced AI system designed for instant self-repairs while still in combat. A miraculous feat in technology. Its primary attack deploys a swarm of unmanned drones to overwhelm and subdue the enemy. Its finishing move unleashes a heavy barrage of laser fire, capable of wiping out an entire enemy fleet. The Cell Mark III stood tall as one of the most feared Gundams of its time, until it was defeated and destroyed by the RX Gundam Gohan. The battle can be described as an explosive display of David and Goliath that almost desolated Titan, one of Saturn's moons. The Gohan, the little, underestimated Gundam, went on to becoming one of Earth's mechanical heroes.
Now, if there's any of you out there that would ask me as to how to draw your own robot, well, my tips would be to give it lots of jagged edges and go heavy on the rendering. Like, just pay attention to details, but most of all, just make it look cool. When I was a kid, I used to draw robots all the time. They were like my favorite things to draw because I could just let my imagination go wild. Oh, here we are at the coloring phase. Now, another one of my tips is that you don't have to go for metallic colors exclusively. Really, you have free range. Like right here, I'm using loud, vibrant colors to make this drawing pop off the page. And as you can see, I'm going heavy with the shading on certain parts to bring definition to the character. Now for the background, I'm picturing this guy looming over an innocent planet, ready to deal some carnage.
After the humiliating defeat and dismemberment of the RX Freezer, aka the Metal Tyrant, Xenon scientists and manufacturers designed the ASW-55 Cooler to be the superior counterpart with a more intimidating design frame that includes highly durable Gundanian armor that can withstand multiple direct hits,
and imbued with the latest line of Nova thrusters for versatile combat. This brute of a machine has claimed many Gundam heads in its time, especially with its primary attack, where it deploys a nitrogen particle beam cannon with lethal pinpoint accuracy designed to instantly freeze anything in its path in an icy wasteland. Finishing move assumes Berserker mode whilst deploying energy panels to enhance nitro particle beam cannon and unleashes a rapid-fire frenzy, destroying everything within a 20 to 25 mile radius, whilst leading a makeshift yet all-star team of Xeon pilots and mobile suit mercenaries on the rocky landscape of Mars. The Cooler attempted to ambush the Dragon Rebellion Squad, a ragtag team of highly skilled Gundam pilots determined to dismantle the principality of Xeon. The battle went on for hours, and despite having the element of surprise and the strength of numbers on their side, the Xeon forces were outmatched by the Rebellion's fighters and their firepower. The Cooler was the last to fall. Despite fighting like something possessed, at the end, it was destroyed, just like its supposedly lesser counterpart, the RX Freezer.
We interrupt this broadcast for a special bulletin. About a year or so ago, I did a stop-motion video based on Gundam. And since this video is Gundam themed, I thought the heck with it. So, here you go.
Now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
While Galahorn were overseeing mining operations on a far-off planet, they had uncovered a new alloy. At first glance, it would be mistaken for gold, but its value lies far deeper, for it had the ability to absorb photon energy, storing it and releasing it in particle rays. With the destructive capabilities offered by this newly found alloy, the wide-range forces of Galahorn got to work.
Withdrawing an old weapon from their treasury, a Gundam remains by the name of RX Freezer, aka the Metal Tyrant. They refurbished it with a sleek, lightweight design frame for speed and mobility, armed with maximum density armor, powered with 3 AHAP reactors, and installed with energy-storing panels to help control destructive levels of photon rays.
Primary attack deploys twin beam rifles and laser-guided rocket launchers to slaughter numerous opponents at once. Finishing move unleashes stored photon energy in a scattershot attack that can desolate enemy warships. Whilst in heavy combat with the Dragon Rebellion Squad and the forces of Tekken, it would have been an easy victory for Galahorn and the newly crowned RX Golden Freezer. Till 2 Gundams made a grand entrance, the RX-101 Goku and the ASW Vegeta cornered the Golden Gundam in a rapid-fire barrage. Even with its many upgrades, it had no hope of winning. So Freezer sacrificed his own forces to cover its escape, never to be seen again. The Dragon Rebellion Squad was victorious, still holding their self-proclaimed title as Earth's protectors.
Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't planning on using Freezer for this episode, but I'm glad I did, because this drawing turned out way better than I had expected. Coloring and design-wise, it all just came together. That's one of my favorite things about art. Sometimes you work with something in mind, but then you come out with something that's so different. It's delightful. Janempa, developed by Gjallarhorn scientists and installed with a highly advanced yet experimental AI system. This machine became a one-of-a-kind Gundam frame with an autonomous battle system capable of lethal precision and heavy-hitting combat. Equipped with reinforced Gundanium armament and an assortment of heavy weaponry. Signature attack: deploys kamikaze drones and unsheaths a plasma laser sword for melee combat. Finishing move: assumes berserker mode and switches between laser scatter shots and swift sword strikes. This unmanned war machine should have been a major success for Gjallarhorn, but something went wrong. Some sort of error occurred in its interface system, which resulted in Janempa turning on its creators, destroying the technical facility, and going on a path of unparalleled destruction through the solar system. Gjallarhorn threw everything they had at Janempa, but the rampaging Gundam was programmed with all of their battle tactics and its multi-processing AI system, allowing it to predict and counter their attacks, destroying countless mobile suits and even dismantling several Gundam frames. Eventually, this devil machine began threatening colonies. That's when the Dragon Rebellion Squad stepped in, and they had been working on a little secret weapon of their own. They took two of their best Gundam frames, the RX-101 Goku and the ASW Vegeta, and they combined the machines into one Super Gundam of amazing force, the Gogeta 1000. Faced with this new opponent, Janempa immediately assumed Berserker mode and unleashed an array of laser fire, but Gogeta easily dodged the laser bolts. Janempa deployed kamikaze drones, but Gogeta detonated them with psionic flares. Janempa unsheathed its plasma laser sword, but Gogeta shattered its weapon in a single strike, and with its defenses gone, Gogeta pulverized the machine till it was a skeletal version of itself. Gogeta had then delivered the final blow, sending the Gundam careening into a meteorite. It exploded on impact, and just like that, the battle was over. The Dragon Rebellion Squad had won. This will be the last drawing, I'm afraid. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it.
Wow, I made some pretty good draws out of the pop culture hat there, haven't I? I am really pleased with how this came out. Like, much better than I was expecting. Like, character-wise, background-wise, story-wise, all pretty good, yeah. Hey, if you have any suggestions for other pop culture stuff I should be working with, feel free to comment and stuff. Yeah, but besides that, that's all for today, so see you later.